Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. This Thursday night in Spencer County, there's a very special meeting that you may want to attend or get more information on, and that's what we're going to do in this edition of WJTS in.form. Joining me in the studio is Natalie Bolin. Natalie is the coordinator for the Spencer County Substance Abuse Council.
Yes.
Okay, so that means you kind of run the show there.
Yeah.
Is that right? All right.
Yes.
Well, you are partnering with the Tobacco Coalition for
Yes.
a special meeting.
Yes, we are having a Faces of Addiction dinner meeting this Thursday, starting at 6 o'clock. And what this is we have, we'll have several guests that'll come in and talk about their addictions and how they have overcome their addictions, kind of like their success story, and telling us how addictions have affected their life and what they've done to overcome it.
Is this an annual meeting, or is this just a special meeting you're having as a fundraiser, or both maybe?
Actually, it's just one of our meetings. What we do, and then we just like to provide free food to the public on this, and it's a great meal. And
so it wouldn't be a fundraiser if the food
Nope,
is free. Okay.
that's right.
So this is a free meal.
Yes,
Somebody come in
yes.
and watch.
Oh yes.
Do you need to have reservations?
Yes, they need to give me a call.
Okay.
My cell number is 204-4669.
Okay, and where will this be held?
At St. Martin's Catholic Church in Christney in their parish hall.
Okay, and what's most important? What's on the menu?
We are going to have pork loin, homemade chicken and dumplings, mashed potatoes, green beans, and assorted desserts. Lots of yummy desserts.
And the meeting will go from 6, and we're talking Central Time.
Yes.
6 until?
Usually about 7:30, 8 o'clock, just depending on how windy our speakers are.
Okay. Now, this meeting or this panel discussion
Yes.
is really a public meeting. Is this part of the awareness prong of the Substance Abuse Council?
Yes, it is. We want to let people know that addictions happen anywhere in our community, and it's also a healing process for these people that have dealt with addiction and coming out and telling their story. So.
Okay, and do you know about 5 or 6 folks will be talking?
No, we actually have about 2.
Okay.
I have 2. Because sometimes our stories can get really winded. So if we had 5, it could be
Well, it
we
could
could
be
be
a
there
long night,
till
right?
till tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, what is? Do you have an idea of what they're going to be speaking on? What their addictions were?
Probably meth has been the biggest one. So I'm sure it's going to be meth and bath salts and things like that. So.
Now you're with the Substance Abuse Council in Spencer County.
Right.
What is the biggest drug problem you think in Spencer County that you guys have found out?
Between meth and prescription drugs.
Okay, and you just had your prescription drugs collection.
Yes, we did. We had our
not
medicine
long ago.
cabinet clean out day last month, and it was very successful.
Okay, and these folks are going to. That's going to be tough for them to get up in front of
Yes, it
people.
does.
But then it's part of the healing for them.
Yes, it's a healing process.
Can you talk about what they'll be talking about? How will their discussions go? Do you have an idea?
They usually talk about how they got addicted to drugs, how it started out in their life. What was their life like that made them go down that path? Maybe what were their obstacles, dealing with drugs, and did they try to give up, stop using drugs, and what was those difficulties of not being able to give up drugs? And
Now, your council mostly just kind of creates awareness, or you don't work into the recovery
no, but
programs, right? But you can help people.
Right. What we do is we have a grant process that we will kick off here in 2014 in January. I'll be sending out applications in December, also notifying the papers of the applications. And we grant funds on prevention work. So if people want to go out and do prevention education on alcohol, drugs, or tobacco, okay. That's the key 3 things that one of those 3 have to be in there. Law enforcement can also apply to help with things that they might need. And then also intervention. So that would be treatment and intervention would be the other.
Is there a lot of money available?
There's not extremely a lot. We wait until the final figures till the end of the year before we'll know.
How much money? Because where do you get your money from? How does your money come?
What these funds come from is if someone's arrested for like a DUI, they have to pay a fee and through the court systems, and that goes in, it's a countermeasure fee is what it's called, and it goes into a pot of money, and then that money then we distribute within our community.
Okay, so that money comes to you,
Yes.
not to run your council, but
No.
to give money back
Right,
out to
exactly.
the programs.
Right.
So if somebody's thinking about doing the grant, is it a tough grant to fill out? Do they
no.
have to have matching funds? What are some of the requirements? I guess they got to be in Spencer County.
Right, exactly. They need to be doing the services in Spencer County. The grant form is very easy. And if they have any questions, they can always give me a call. The key thing is linking it back to our comprehensive plan, that we make a plan every year of what we want to focus on in our community. So it's very easy, and I can walk them through that process.
Is that plan available to them?
Yes,
is that plan
I could
because
give
will
that
it
to
change
them.
next year, the plan? Or is
It will be doing updates,
Okay, so
just
slightly,
updates. It's not a major overhaul right now.
Can I ask you what the plan is? Is there an easy way to describe the plan? I mean, is it like A, we're going to do this, B, we're going to do this?
What we're focusing on right now is issues with prescription medication, with that being a major issue within our community. Also the meth, with that being a major issue. Also the newer type of drugs that we're seeing coming through, like the bath salts, the K2. We hear of new things every day of people introducing new types of drugs that try to go under the radar, and try to be legal, and then till we can get them banned.
I remember the legislation last year had to deal
yes.
with spice was outlawed, but there was a change in the formula, which I don't understand all that, but they changed the formula so that it made it legal.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So they had to make some tweaks to the law to make that.
To cover everything then.
Yes.
All right. But these grants are available to just folks out there, organizations
Yes.
that are doing the good work, the good fight against substance abuse. And oftentimes I think we think of substance abuse, we probably think legend drugs.
Yes.
And marijuana, but it's the other things too.
Oh,
that are,
exactly.
And alcohol is a substance abuse.
Yes. Yes,
Even though it's a legal product, it is abused, and that's what you're looking at.
Yeah. We see issues, I think, in all the counties surrounding us, and including Spencer, is issues with binge drinking, especially with our teens. That we're seeing a big increase, actually, in chew tobacco. It's very interesting. We do a survey through our schools to find out what kinds of drugs and alcohol people are using, and tobacco, but we have seen a major increase in chew tobacco, which I think is interesting.
Probably with tobacco, you're not. It's a legal product.
Right.
You're really looking more to keep it out of the hands of youth, because you have to be 18, 21
Yes,
to
18.
buy? Okay. I didn't know if that was the same as cigarettes. Okay.
Yeah.
So is there an increase now also in smoking cigarettes among teens, but or is it the chewing tobacco?
What we're seeing is the chew tobacco. It's very interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And now, one way to get involved in the Substance Abuse Council, the Tobacco Coalition, is to come to this meeting.
You could come to this meeting, or you can give us a call, and we can let you know when other meetings are going to be. We welcome anyone within our community that would like to help us.
Okay. And again, to wrap up and to kind of solidify the meeting for Thursday, if you could go through the when, where, why.
Okay. It is this Thursday at 6 o'clock. And that's slow time, and at St. Martin's Catholic Church Parish Hall, and it's sponsored by the Substance Abuse Council and the Spencer County Tobacco Coalition, and it is a free meal. We just need for reservation so we know how much food, and my cell phone is 204-4669.
Okay, or do you have a website?
No, we do not.
Okay, so probably the best thing to do is just give you a call.
Yes.
All right. I think they call the courthouse or maybe the sheriff's office if they didn't get your numbers. How could somebody reach you if they wanted to and they go, I remember seeing her, but I don't know how to get a hold of them? You're probably tough to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Or through the courts maybe?
Yeah, they might. Yeah, they
Okay.
could possibly know my number. So.
All right. Natalie, thank you very much for being with us. And remember, Thursday night, that's a very special event going on in Spencer County in Crisney. And call Natalie if you would like to go, and think about going, please.
Yes.
Natalie, thank you for being our guest.
Thank you.
Natalie Bolin, who is the coordinator for the Spencer County Substance Abuse Council. I'm Bill Potter, thanking you for watching WJTS in Form. We are local people watching local people.